$30 tier. Favorite, by far the most popular. I will pull from the deck of many things and the deck of many fates.
The most popular,
both.
terrifyingly so.
Mm-hmm.
People like to fuck with us.
It's really good.
It's great.
I also realized I'm
the
not
most
playing
recent
music.
one has come to fruition, but it hasn't been revealed on stream yet.
Yes, it has.
Scary.
Hate that.
They don't even know. They don't even know.
No, we don't. And I'm upset.
Jay doesn't even know.
About it.
Gabby, you look so sad without Petunia there in the corner.
I am! So meanies! We haven't even gotten to the game yet.
Anyway,
Fuck.
so Freya is dead, and her body was not taken with the rest of them when they were transported back to Waterdeep. Waterdeep of all, you know how far away Waterdeep is from the Mirror of Dead Men?
Far. It's not that far. It's better than like Baldur's Gate or some shit.
But at least at Baldur's Gate we were closer.
No.
We're so far away.
Yeah.
It's fine. My dead corpse is just available to a bunch of cultist necromancers. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Do you call out?
Yeah, Val opens the door. They kind of like look around. Mama, Rill, are either of you here? Like step out, trying to not like clang around too much.
There's silence for a little bit, and then just like from the other side, you hear, Angel?
Yes, it's me.
And then your mom pokes her head out from around the corner. She goes, why are you here? And then she like takes in everything about you. She goes, what's going on?
I'm like 6'3".
She's fully looking up at him.
That's so funny.
He's so fucking tall. I forget how tall he is until you mention how short other characters are.
Yes.
He's like a foot taller than Randon. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm the tallest of the
forgot.
party, okay?
Yeah.
He stands up and he's so close to the ceiling.
He's probably bonking his little head a little bit. Kind of duck in the door.
Yeah, because like what? Like Leesen's, I think Leeson, I made Leeson like 5'6" or something. And then
Yeah.
Carlon is like 5'5", 5'4".
Yeah.
Kind of shorter than John. John just happens to
Yeah.
hang out with a lot of short people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He surrounds himself. Just Rhea
Freya right now is about -6 feet.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, wow.
I do point out to her, part of the reason that I started following John was because he had this little dragon with him. And that seemed connected somehow. But she was actually really nice and I liked her, but that's who Petunia was. Explain who Petunia was.
But she's dead now.
But she, yeah.
Kick a man while he's down, why don't you?
Who here actually sleeps?
I do.
Rhiannon does, but she also still puts the chair in front of the door, especially because she doesn't know anyone here.
And
Freya
there's no
does.
window.
Like a rock.
Shut the
up.
fuck up!
Like a corpse even.
You shut up too!
Like the dead even.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I thought I was bad.
No, you're still worse. Don't get me wrong. Some of your acid burns, she applies that same salve. It's very like numbing, it's cooling. Otherwise, for some of the more necrotic pieces, because with acid it tends to melt, with necrotic it rots. So in this case, It's funny. They grab your shoulder, and not in a very, like, odd way, just, like, in a way to, like, keep you still way, and place a hand over to one of the places where the necrotic damage is, like, the worst part of it that they can see. And there's this sort of... Do you have your eyes open for this, or are they closed?
I think at this, like, he's watching because he's like, he's being a little paranoid. Like, he knows this is place of Val, but he's like, stranger, what? And like, he's being very on guard, so he's eyes open watching.
Okay. Despite the palm being pressed against your, like, shoulder, chest area, you can still see, like, faintly little bits of, like, light there, and it's kind of silvery, moonlight perhaps, but you don't feel anything. You know what healing magic looks like. You can use it on yourself. You felt people use it on you before, but they take their hand away, and it doesn't look like much has actually healed in that case. And Faylene looks at it and looks out the door again and tries it one more time. And this time it takes a little more. But it's still odd. And Faylene doesn't say anything. But, like, you can see the look on their face where it's like, it shouldn't have taken twice. And you also know this, it shouldn't have taken twice. Speaking of pain,
You have to say it like that.
Franz loves doing that to us.
I'm sitting here working on some shit for work while I'm listening and enjoying this conversation and everything that's happening. And then you have to pull that.
yes. Pain is the body's way of telling the brain something is wrong. As a psychological defense to this, humans, or rather in this case, humanoids, sentient creatures, remember having been in pain, but they have a very hard time, sometimes impossible, recalling the exact feeling of the pain once it has served its purpose. Freya.
Yep.
The feeling that you come to consciousness to, wouldn't quite call it phantom pain, but the memory of pain. Feels like talons digging into your shoulders. And when you open your eyes, you can see you're in the Forest of Teeth.
Fuck, okay.
You are on your back. And besides the feeling, the remembrance, the memory of pain in your shoulders, you don't feel anything at all. To set the scene a little more first, you are in the Forest of Teeth. You are on the ground. Your head and shoulders are sort of propped up on Lily's lap as she kneels down. And you look up, and there she is. And surely this is Lily, because who else would it be? It looks like Lily. But she looks more corporeal than you have seen her in years. Every time you've visited this forest of teeth, it's always been very sort of translucent, ghostly. Always sort of floating there like mist and fog behind your patron. But she looks so alive in this moment. And as you look again, you look harder. She's not looking at you. She's looking away and up slightly. You catch sight of her eyes. She's always had green eyes. This moment, something's a little off, and it takes you a second. You're still sort of getting your bearings again, and you realize they're yellow. And she has this snarl on her face you've never seen her wear. And you realize it's her nails digging into your shoulders.
Really? Ow.
She doesn't respond at first. And you look to where she is snarling, and there's the bitch. It's your patron.
That cunt.
How dare she appear?
How dare she
Icky.
exist? Gross. Great. Expected, but awesome. What?
And she's not smiling. She always had this sort of like facetious, like mocking smile on her face with her like jagged teeth. And she's staring at Lily, and she's frowning a little bit. You've never really seen her frown. You've seen her have a neutral face, drop the smile, but not frown.
What is happening? What did I just come back to?
And the patron sees you stand up, and she smiles again. Freya, you died.
Yeah, I felt that. I'm aware
Uh-huh.
that just fucking happened. What the hell is happening between the two of you?
Your sister seems to forget that your soul belongs to me. Just because you died doesn't mean she has to. Again, rather. You know, this might actually be interesting. Annoying.
What do you want to do? I did all of this to get you back, and I fucked it up. So...
And then I have to live with the consequences?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I want... All of this was to give you a second chance. I'm not gonna make you do something you don't want to do. I don't know.
I don't know what they did with your body, Freya. As soon as she killed you, we were here.
So what do I need to do to get us both sent back?
Well, first,
I need to complete this fucking pact.
someone's gonna have to revive your body. Or give you a new one. And Freya, now that you are here in this form without a physical aspect to tie you, to obscure your vision in any way, you're noticing shapes in the trees. Things that you assumed were just swirling of mist and fog start to take shape. They're figures, there's people, humanoids, appearing and disappearing. They're not quite looking at you or trying to interact with you in any way, but they are doing things. You see, for example, you see two shapes embracing, and it drifts apart. And you see another two shapes. One drives, you assume, some sort of blade into the other's chest, and seems to be cradling them all the while. It dissipates again. Others are just walking mundane tasks. See another one a little clearer. Swipe at another across their face, and it dissipates again. And your patron says, people like to refer to this as the Forest of Teeth, which I guess you're not wrong. But it is more than that. A little more than that. My souls I have collected, are also here. I want to use John to collect even more. You two remind me of some others I once dealt with.
You plan on sharing that story?
Not mine to share. But, people will do anything for their loved ones. Tends to work in my favor.
I don't think John's quite with you yet because he's still in the room he was in shortly after the bath and gonna do what we discussed, Franz, where yep, just so frustrated.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
It's
John
fine.
is.
Are you
going
gonna?
to...
Do you want them to come back, or are you gonna they're gonna knock on the door?
I'm doing this immediately after he's done. He's back in the room after cleaning up when his hair is still damp.
Okay.
He has just been so frustrated with everything that has happened, and he's felt like he has lost so much fucking control over every fucking thing that has happened the last few days. Even when he thought he had control, he didn't. And looking at his down probably below his pec length hair, dude has some long ass hair. He's gonna tie it back in a low ponytail. He's gonna get his dagger, and he's just gonna cut.
It's so uneven.
Oh, it's bad.
So bad.
He'll fix it a little bit, but he doesn't care. He's just felt like he needed something to control, and just cutting the hair was the best he could think of in the moment. It was impulsive. He does not regret it, but in his head, he's like, that was an impulsive decision, but here we are.
Do you need help evening it a bit?
Is it that bad?
Well,
Raynon's not going to
Val's
say
kinda
anything.
like
She
this.
wants to. She's not going to say anything.
It's not good, bestie.
Well,
It's real bad.
It would probably be better to shorten the front as well a little bit more.
Yeah,
Um,
sure. Yeah, I could use some help.
Rildana is there, and she's not actively working on anything at the moment, but she is looking over a few pieces. She's a little hammer she's using to like test the density based on the reverberation and how it sounds and how tempered it is and so on and so forth. She's testing some pieces she's made recently, just to verify. Is it everyone but Soul who's full elf?
yeah.
Okay. So Rildana, how tall is Rildana? 5'6"?
Like
maybe?
5'7". She's tall.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Compared to the other two, like Val and their mom, yeah, she's tall. Like taller. Pretty tall for a drow.
So as you walk up and get closer, you're sort of looking like, oh, like, you know, where's Val's sister? And then Val stops in front of this fairly tall drow, and you're like, oh, okay. So you're just really short.
Our equipment was damaged, and we needed it fixed. And they put down their breastplate, like.
She immediately picks it up and looking over the breastplate, looks at you and goes, "This is pretty generic."
It is. I would like to replace it.
This is pretty mid.
I bought it in Baldur's Gate, but I meant to replace. I wanted to replace my armor at some point, and it was just convenient to do it then.
I understand. Y'all fighting something? What are you fighting? Tell me. I used to be an adventurer.
What, till you took an arrow to the knee or something?
Gabby. Gabby!
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave.
I did not sit through 90 minutes of trouble, 2 hours of troubleshooting.
Randall can kill John. She can do it.
Rocks fall from the ceiling.
She can kill John. She's capable enough. She could kill him.
I
Oh,
think Braylon
no.
could too, yeah.
Yeah. She can take him.
Also, I just had a realization of something. Petunia wore saddlebags and had a saddle. I'm
Fuck.
going to assume you were only able to grab the necklace, so I have a couple of stuff I'm going to have to replace, because I'm going to assume all my stuff from Petunia's saddlebags is gone.
I forgot.
Oh,
Yeah.
the saddle that I bought you.
The very nice saddle is gone.
Oh,
so...
the saddlebags that I bought you. I'm sad.
So it's okay. I was just looking through all my stuff and like, oh shit, I see I've made a thing called Petunia's saddlebag. That probably did not come with us, and that includes the dragon saddle.
The only reason I got the collar was because I put it on like a bracelet. So
Yeah, in the last minute.
Yep, no, it's fine. It's
Can you roll me a d12?
D12. If I can find one yet.
That's so rarely used.
Yeah, they were all under everything. I was at 10.
It takes you a little bit. People are always coming and going, and it's like, oh, mommy, who gave you that letter?
Mommy.
And she's like, I don't know.
Fucking remember?
But you talk to some other people, some people who take a little more like an admin role within the promenade. You're able to find a couple connections and figure something out. Like I said, it takes a little while. It takes probably the better part of a day to like track someone down to give a letter to Leosin. You have to pull out your Harper badge more than once in order to get some stuff moving here. You do find out, however, that, like, if you remember previously, Leosin talked about a council that him and Ontha were trying to help put together with the different factions around the Sword Coast. And you sort of learn that people are being a little more secretive because Carlon is deep in that shit right now. Not Carlon. The other one. Leosin is deep in that shit right now. And so...
Who is it?
Dran.
Come in.
Yeah, she would. She'd leave. She'd look and just. Do you want the door open or closed?
Whatever you're planning to do, you can have it open or closed, however long you're planning. Do whatever.
She'd close it. Just. I'm gonna take a guess. You're not doing very well, yeah.
What gave that the fuck away?
Most of the haircut, honestly. I still know where she is. Resmir.
That's something at least.
You got the shitty attitude recently. I know you're stressed, but it's unnecessary.
Just got a lot on my mind, and I'm not used to this many people all at once.
I get it.
Plus, we didn't exactly arrive here on the best of terms. So, forgive me if my anxiety is a little high at the moment. And forgive me if I'm a little stressed not having Petunia here.
It's fair. I mostly wanted to check on you. I hadn't gotten a chance to.
Since I killed Bogluk.
In general. I don't have any big conversation for you, and I'm not going to do that. I'm too tired. We're going to take care of this. And you're not doing it alone. You and I are very similar in a lot of ways. The only difference is time.
Yeah, you have what, a century or so on me?
It's a very big assumption. Not quite that old, but noticeable enough. I've been dealing with this cult and everything involved in it for a long time. This is the first time I've gotten the chance to actually do anything that I wanted to do. I desperately want to go kill Resmir now, but I'm not stupid enough to do it alone. So, if you can handle a few days here, we'll go and finish it as soon as we can.
We don't really have an option, do we?
I mean, you always have an option, it just depends on what you want to do.
So, Val, what you learn is that Leosin is staying in the Lord's Palace. Which is
Okay.
Lord's plural, if you're not aware of D&D lore.
Yes. Okay.
Because that is where they are trying to build the council.
Unexpected.
He looks like he wants to say something, but he has no idea how to say it.
Is there something on your mind? Well, I'm sure there's a lot, but nothing in particular.
It was about what you said a few days ago to me.
Yeah.
Was that just a spur of the moment thing that you regret later, or is that real?
It was something I had been thinking about. For a while. I think saying something was spur of the moment. But other people noticed. I thought you might have as well.
I certainly did not until you said something.
And you seemed like you didn't really know why
Because
Talk.
no one's really said that to me.
You haven't been around many people, have you?
Even in the village growing up, I was kind of not really much of a introduced to people kind of kid. And then for the
Right.
longest time, it was me and my mentor, Ota, one who taught me how to survive in the wilds.
Right.
So, didn't really interact with people much. And never really heard things like that before, so I was very thrown off guard at the suddenness to me of it. And I don't know what I feel.
That's all right.
It's been a lot the last few months, and I've been very confused on a lot of matters. So I'm not.
Of course. I didn't say any, it's because I thought because I wanted any sort of response right now. You wanted to know why I treated you the way I do, and even beyond that, it's one of the things that expressing love that's important.
Not exactly something I'm used to.
It's never too late to learn to get used to it.
Can I kiss you?
Yes.
And John is gonna just stand up and just press a kiss on. It's very awkward. It's so fucking awkward.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. I just realized I did not tell you about Belterel. Um, just because it's going to come up immediately. I didn't think. I'm not. I'm not committed to Leosin or anything, but we were involved, and he's gonna be here. I haven't spoken to him about because I didn't feel there's I'm sorry. I didn't want to make things immediately awkward, but I should probably I thought I
Okay.
should tell you.
No, I mean, it's your life. You know, how long ago? I don't. Okay.
That was a while ago.
Mm,
I didn't
This. I don't know what. I just was. I'm just trying to figure.
It's all right. I just going I it should be
Fran, I fucked in the woods.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right.
This is
And now
such a
she's
mess!
dead.
Yes.
This is such a mess.
Okay. Well, I do have some news for you otherwise. Do you remember back in Elturel when I said that I was going to Waterdeep?
Mm-hmm.
And Onthar and I were going to try and build a coalition, a council to fight against the cult. Rally some allies, maybe.
I remember.
Well, that's what I've been doing. I've been up in the Lord's Palace, and that's all I've been doing. And he, like, pinches the bridge of his nose. We have the Harpers, represented by myself, of course. We have the Order of the Gauntlet. Ontar is representative for that one. We have some representatives from the Emerald Enclave. We have a representative from Neverwinter, which, if you haven't heard, the Lord there is apparently he's not doing very well. He sent his son.
Yeah.
Whether it was a lizard folk name or something bigger, we don't know. We gotta be on our guard when we go back.
We don't know if it was the lizard folk that called Resmir or woke anyone up or did anything. The fact that one of them. Before you go, more of a personal question.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know of fiends or devils or demons? I'm not entirely sure. Having contracts and payments for capturing souls.
There's a whole currency down there.
Oh yeah.
In the Night Hells? Souls are worth a
assume
lot
so.
of things. Souls are worth
Like
a lot
what?
of things. I mean, souls can be kept and traded in the form of a coin. Soul coin. Some people take out bounties on specific souls if you're big and important or a particular demon wants you for some reason. I mean, soul coin is a soul coin, but some people's souls are worth more than one coin. Yes? It seems like there's something you want to talk about. Is something wrong?
No. I've been thinking about a lot of things.
He looks a little concerned now.
Oh, well, I enjoyed the time that we spent in Elturel. I enjoy spending time with you. I'd like to spend more time with you. But I also spoke with him earlier and he seemed all right. In over our travels, I've developed feelings for John as well. Just gonna look at him.
He thinks for a moment, and he doesn't like frown. He doesn't have too much of an expression, really. He's like thinking. And he's like, what do you mean as well?
Whoopsie.
They're not. It's different with him because I've spent so much time with him. I've been around him every day, all the time for months. I do also. I wouldn't say I'm in love or fully or anything, but there's something, sort of something maybe.
No, I'm saying, who else do you have feel? I'm confused. I feel like I've lost something. Yeah.
Oh my God, Leeson.
You have no room to talk.
You know what? Shut up.
Like, looks like just pauses for a second, just like thinking, like, really? Both of them? And it's in the back of their head. They don't say anything.
Like Leoson's like not like stupid, but like
Yeah.
he's like
John has no room to talk.
Yeah.
I would like to get to know you better.
no, that is to say I would like to get to know you more. I don't have any concerns regarding multiple partners. I don't have any concerns at all, clearly. I don't. It's not the way I live my life.
Yes,
My only concern, Valazir,
that it's him.
It's not that it's him. It's that he seems to be so deep in this. I don't even know. It's...
He... Oh, if it matters, he has no love for the cult itself. Very much against the cult itself, I would say.
I want you to be safe. Of course, I want you to be safe. I want the best for you, and I can't tell you. I can't tell you one way or another. You're very smart and you're very wise, and you can make your own decisions, and I can trust your decisions. At least as far as I'm aware, you haven't proven me wrong yet. You joined the Hoppers after I asked you, of course, so what more could I ask?